I used to always text Andy. That's what I just told him. I need your cell phone number so I can text you if I have a question. What? Well, I'm gonna give Sophia a hug. I'm trying to figure out who it is. I'm not worried. She's got a secret admirer, I guess. One's enough.
Brittany? Brittany?
Yes.
Are you ready?
We should be good.
Okay.
Why?
No, I had him checked out last time.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, I'd like to welcome everybody out. Please please. If you will, I'd like to recognize that we do have Councilmember Jackson with us tonight, Councilmember Wilson, Councilmember Sophie Paul, Councilmember Saxton, Skadden, sorry, I got to get that right, Councilmember Joe Paul, and we have Ms. Parker with us tonight. This is the Roy City Council meeting for March 21st, 2023. Time is now 5:30. We've asked Councilmember Randy Skadden if he would lead us in a moment of silence as well as a Pledge of Allegiance. Randy?
If you could all just join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Now, if you could join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Randy. Okay, Council, we have two consent items. One is the February 21st Roy City Council meeting minutes, and the second is the January 23 financial statements. Do we have any comments or questions relative to the consent items? I just got one. Amber, if you can help me real quick, I won't put you too bad on a spot. On the financial report, it looks like, and maybe you can help me off the top of your head without going too deep into the numbers. I've been following the sales and use tax revenues, and it shows us actually continually, almost every month, gaining. Revenue from sales tax is doing very well in Roy. But it's showing only at this point in the timeline, which is January 31st, we're still only 46%, and I think the time expended at this moment, I think you said, was 59%. Are we seeing a slowdown, or what's happening with sales tax?
To report to us. So that is 2 months behind. So if you're looking at the January statements, that would only be through November.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we see it, actually, we're capturing it for January 31st. The reality is for sales tax, it's got a 2-month delay.
Yeah, we still are slightly up from last year, so it's still doing well.
Perfect. Okay, I just want to make sure that my data isn't conflicting with what I see here. Thank you. Good information. Okay, any other comments, questions, council?
Make
Okay.
a motion, we approve the action items.
Consent items?
Consent items, sorry.
Thank you, Joe. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Diane. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none? Okay, thank you. We are now in public comment period. If you'd like to share anything, any topic, please step up to the mic. Just give us your name and your address. Anybody like to share a thought? Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lee Allen. I live at 4562 South, 2525 West. My wife and I came here to Roy 30 years ago when I retired from the Air Force. And she and I have both been elementary school teachers. And what I was coming here tonight to suggest is that I would like to see more of the police officers being seen in the elementary schools. I was an elementary school teacher. And I was thinking that they have to eat lunch somewhere anyway. The idea would be that maybe at lunchtime they could go to one of the elementary schools and go in and have lunch with the kids in the lunchroom. The kids would get to see a police officer in a absolutely non-threatening type situation, get to know him a little bit better, to get to see him, and the police officers would get to know, the kids. Sometimes the kids, they have other ideas about what police officers do, and I'd just like to see a little bit more community policing. And that's why I came here tonight to talk about. The other is a little small thing, has to do with water. Last year, I think we all understood why we could only water twice a week for our lawns, and I don't think anybody has any problems with that. But some of us do have home gardens, And we were wondering if maybe there could be some consideration maybe that people who have home gardens would be able to water a little bit more often. Last year, all of the things that I had in my garden died out because I followed only twice a week and there just wasn't enough water for it. I know we have a little more water up in the mountains this time, and maybe that might be a consideration, not changing the lawns, but maybe giving a consideration for people who do have gardens to be able to water a little more often. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate it.
Okay, Lee, thank you. Thanks for your input. Okay, anybody else like to share a thought? Please, just name and address. Thank you.
My name is Paul Wilson with Lawn World. I spoke to y'all last time in the last city council meeting. I was wondering if Brody had come up with anything creative that we could do to get this building built for storage for me.
Are we, I know you guys have been working it. Are we in a position where we can discuss it in public, or are we still working through it? Okay.
Okay, and is that from the way it's newly zoned, or is that from the, I mean, even looking at the old zoning ordinance, would that be even a possibility to have that that area rezoned for that, or? Okay, Brody's got my number. If we need to discuss something before a city council meeting, we can do that. That'd be great to get with you guys and kind of go over things. That'd be great.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Paul. Okay. Anybody else like to share a thought? Any thought? Okay, we'll go ahead and move out of public comment period. We do have some action items. We'd like to begin, if we can, with Matt talking about city attorney. So if you'll go ahead and lead us in that conversation.
As you all know, staff has conducted and we found that person. I'm truly confident in Matt. So what needs to happen
Okay, with that, council, any comments, questions you'd like to share?
I've certainly enjoyed working with you so far in your other positions, so I'm excited that you're willing to go on further. So congratulations and thank you.
Okay.
And I want all you kids that are here to know that he graduated from Washington High, an alternative school. And look at now he's a city attorney. So look
and
what
you,
he's done in his life.
It's hard
And
for me to
he's
say like his
awesome.
awesomeness is like there, but it is there. As I say, we'll take it.
Matt, we really try to control how the council and what comments they
I
make.
I didn't know that was coming.
But obviously, that doesn't always work.
I make a motion, we accept him.
Okay, now we'll stop conversation. We have a motion then to approve Matt Wilson as the new Roy City
Sky's the
attorney.
limit.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, Joe, Diane, thank you. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
He's happy go lucky.
Matt, thank you. Brittany's going to go ahead now and read you the oath of office. So if you'll, and if you have family after this is done, Matt, we'd like to introduce your family, okay? Now, Matt, we ask you to introduce family that might be here, or friends. Okay, and your three kids' names are, Matt?
Matt, Jack, and Will.
Okay. Perfect, okay. Well, there you go.
Yes.
Well, congratulations, Matt. It's great to have you. Okay, which does, interesting enough, create a vacancy in our prosecution side. So now we'll be out, obviously, addressing that. But welcome. It's great to have you. Okay, we now have another one. We'd like, Mike, if you'd like to lead us in the conversation about promoting our battalion chief.
Sure. So welcome, Mayor, Council, everybody. We had a pretty robust opportunity to get to a battalion chief position here at Roy. We have some big shoes to fill with one of our guys going to South Ogden, and so we went through a process. We had 6 candidates that went through, and through the whole process involving even outside our department opinions on our people, and they've done a great selection, and we've selected Mr. Shane Anderson. He was a captain on B shift. He's been here for 12 years now. Okay. He's internal. So with your guys' concurrence and blessing, we'd like to.
Beautiful part about this one, Mike, is that this does not require city council approval. We're just excited for you. So, council, but if you have any comments you'd like to make before we bring our young man up, and help us with the name one more time.
Shane Anderson.
Shane, okay. And then I'll ask Shane if he would introduce any family that might be here.
I'm here with my wife, Brianna, 3 kids, Crew, Quinn, and Capri, and my mom and dad are also here.
Perfect. Okay. Brittany, if you go ahead and read the oath of office.
And then my brothers and sisters.
Yeah,
in the back.
yeah. Don't forget them. Shane, who do you want to put your badge on? Your wife?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, go ahead.
Having been elected or appointed to the office of battalion chief, solemnly swear or affirm that I will support, obey, and defend
Congratulations. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you, Shane. Well done. Okay, we have one more. It's consideration resolution 23-10. And what I'd like to do, if I can, I'd like to turn the time to Councilmember Sophie Paul to kind of talk this one. She's been instrumental in helping make this happen. So please, Sophie.
We have a special treat tonight. I'm excited to be a part of the Boys and Girls Club and the program that it offers here in our community. We have Miss Aubrey Guerrero, and did I destroy that name? Okay, good. And she has been amazing. She has accomplished in a competition. She has in a state competition, and now she's going on to a regional competition, and we're super excited, super proud of her for her efforts and what she's accomplished, and for the program that Boys and Girls Club has been a part of her life for this $5,000 scholarship, and she will explain a little bit more of that. So we're excited to have her share that with us tonight. And we have James Ebert from the Boys and Girls Club. And so we would like to turn some time over to him. Perfect. And Aubrey, yes.
Yes, please. So thank you. Excited to be here today. I'd like to just quickly say how much the Boys and Girls Club and appreciate you, how much the board of directors and trustees from the Boys and Girls Club appreciate you. We've had an amazing partnership with Roy City. We have members of, right now, of the council that are part of the organization. We have past members. Jan and John have both been city council members, I guess I want to say that correctly. We've just had such a strong relationship, and so today marks the continuation of that. You may not remember, but 6 years ago on this day, Kimberly Green was reminding me that Roy City actually had Boys and Girls Club Week, and so that just kind of tells you the relationship we continue to have. We're very proud of what we accomplish in club, what we provide to the youth of Roy City. We provide a lot of different services to help youth, both academically and social and emotional. We provide probably between 75 and over 100 kids, kind of depending on the time of year, daily services, and the club as a whole across all of Weber County provides over 1,000 kids these services a year. So there is a huge impact. And we know that there's a huge need right now, especially with social and emotional within our teens, because of some of the COVID years and things that are going on. So you're doing a great job. You're helping us provide those amazing services. And your support really goes a long way, especially when we have members of the city council participating. So thank you. The example of that is this amazing young woman, Aubrey Guerrero. She is our Youth of the Year for the Boys and Girls Clubs here in Weber and Davis County, and that's not an easy task in and of itself. You have to have teachers give you letters of recommendation. You have to write several essays that are graded and reviewed. You have to give a 2.5 to 3 minute speech, which she's going to give to you today. And then there's a 10-minute question and answer. And so if you remember when you were a teen, imagine standing in a group doing a question and answer for 10 minutes, pretty intimidating. And so she's a perfect example of what, through the work that you do and the work we do, the type of young people that we're helping to put out into our society, which is what we need. Good, quality, strong young men and women. So again, thank you, and I will introduce, because you're probably tired of listening to me, to Aubrey Guerrero.
Thank you.
It adjusts, yeah. There you go. Are you comfortable?
Yes, can you hear me? Good? Okay. I want to say thank you for letting me be here and to speak with you guys today. And then I also want to introduce my parents. So I have my dad, Lance Guerrero. Can you stand up? And then I have my mom, Evelyn Guerrero. And then I want to give a thanks to the Boys and Girls Club staff. They're my family. Hi, I'm Aubrey Guerrero, and I'm an ordinary person. But according to author Brad Meltzer, ordinary people change the world. In his children's book series, he writes about ordinary people who changed the world, like Jackie Robinson, Abraham Lincoln, and Helen Keller. I'm an ordinary person who's authentic, altruistic, and ambitious. I'm authentic like Jackie Robinson. Because he was different, people made his life hard, but he believed in himself, never fought back or mistreated anyone. Likewise, people have been unkind and hurtful to me, but I believe in myself and have a positive self-image. So I'm kind, truthful, generous, and appreciative of others. Being authentic has allowed me to gain the trust of my peers and family and build strong relationships with the people I love. I'm altruistic, like Abraham Lincoln, who showed selfless concern for others. Likewise, I look for opportunities to show selfless generosity in my school, club, community, and family. One of my favorite ways to give selflessly is through the Latinos in Action program, where I have the opportunity to tutor elementary students and participate in community service projects. Being altruistic has allowed me to gain many friends and have various leadership roles. I'm ambitious, like Helen Keller, who always had a strong desire and determination to succeed. Likewise, I have a passion and determination to succeed. I want to be a surgeon, so I set and accomplish goals, like being a cheerleader, getting my CNA, getting good grades, being in leadership roles, getting a job, and modeling in a fashion runway show. Being ambitious has taught me that I can succeed with desire and determination. My life has been full of challenges and heartaches, but through my experiences at the club, I learned that those circumstances don't define me. And what I do with those challenges can make a difference, and I can change the world. I've had great role models and mentors at the club. They make me feel special and included. They listen to me and value what I have to say. They help me develop the qualities of being authentic, altruistic, and ambitious. In Amanda Gorman's inaugural poem, The Hill We Climb, she says, "For there is always light, if only we are brave enough to see it, if only we are brave enough to be it." Through my experiences at the club, I've learned to be brave enough to see and be the light. I'm Aubrey Guerrero, and I am changing the world. Thank you.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. I'm going to read Resolution 23-10 for us. Actually, let's oh, I need my glasses. Resolution 23-10, a resolution of the Roy City Council honoring Aubrey Guerrero, who was named Youth of the Year for Utah by the Boys and Girls Club. Whereas the Boys and Girls Club serves over 20,000 youth in Utah and has established a Youth of the Year program, and whereas the Youth of the Year is an individual who has exemplified the Boys and Girls Club mission, and whereas each year a youth member is selected to be the state Youth of the Year for the Boys and Girls Club for Utah, and whereas Aubrey Guerrero is a junior at Roy High School and is a member of the Boys and Girls Club of Weber Davis and has been named the State Youth of the Year. And whereas Aubrey Guerrero was awarded a $5,000 scholarship and moves to the Western United States Regional Youth and Year Competition. And whereas the Roy City Council recognizes and appreciates Aubrey Guerrero for her dedication and exemplary participation in the Boys and Girls Club. Now, therefore, the Roy City Council does hereby congratulate, pay tribute, and honor Aubrey Guerrero for being named the Youth of the Year for Utah and extends our best wishes for her happiness and for her future success. I'm super excited and so proud of you for all the accomplishments that you have. Like that's big. That is really big. You should be really proud of yourself. Yes, we're super excited for you.
Yeah. Great comments.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sophie. So with that, council, any more comments before I ask for a motion?
Well, Aubrey, I'm way proud of you because I work at Roy High and I see you in the halls, and Amy Herrick's the best Latinos in Action teacher in the district. So I'm sure she's given you lots of leadership also. But yay, Roy High. I'm just so happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Really quick, I second what Ann said, and I love you, girl. You did so good. That speech was amazing. Keep going. You got this. You're going to change the world, like you said.
Great comments.
Congratulations, and keep that momentum going. That's so important. And the example you are to your siblings and to your colleagues will be very important and critical. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, with that, council, then, do I have a motion then to approve Resolution 23-10?
Motion to approve Resolution 23-10, a resolution honoring Aubrey Guerrero, Youth of the Year for Utah by the Boys and Girls Club.
Super. Thank you, Randy. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
And thank you. This is a roll call vote. Brittany?
Councilmember Sophie Paul. Aye. Councilmember Jackson.
Aye.
Councilmember Scadden.
Aye.
Councilmember Joe Paul.
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson.
Aye.
Perfect. It's approved. Thank you. Congratulations. Council, we'd like, if you could, we could just step up, but we'd like to have a little thing. So we're going to come down, and Sophie would like to just present you a little resolution that we've made up for you on behalf of this event tonight.
Great. Let you look at him first.
On three. 1, 2, 3.
All right. 1, 2, 3. And one for mom. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
I tried
Thank you,
Thank
Jeannie.
you.
See you, James.
Thank you.
See you, John.
See you, John.
Okay. Great event. Thank you. And well done, Sophie. Appreciate you putting all that together. It was well-deserved, and you did a wonderful job. Okay, we have the city managers and council report. Matt, like to have some things you'd like to share with us before we go downstairs?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I'm getting over we have received a question about the curves on travel up and over those. They will not hit the curb. If for any reason also there has been we've been waiting on a vendor down in that area.
We need to have a sandbagging party.
Have you had people come and pick them up already, or is there an,
Yeah, we have 25 of them because our back garage flooded.
anyway? Anyone else? Okay, I hope they take advantage of it.
Yeah. You're welcome to come to us. We'd rather have you go through them directly. They have lines that you can contact. There has been two particular situations that have made it to Facebook and things. They're well aware of that. If they don't react to it, then we as a city will go out and fix that, and then Connects will reimburse us for that. But we have notified Connects ourselves about this.
Can I make a comment on that? So we had a guy come over 2 days ago, and he actually gave me a card, a number, and said if you have any questions. He explained they were going to be tearing up, digging up some yard, digging up some stuff. They would have some flags around our yards pretty quick, and they did today. And he assured me that they would put it back to reasonable as reasonable as they can. So yeah.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. My experience with them, they did the same thing. They post on the door,
Mhm.
come and talk to me a number of times when they came into my house. So it was a pleasant experience for me as well.
It was nice to know that it was coming, because
Yeah,
I think if I would have come home and saw my front yard tore up, I would have been like, wait, what?
Well, and it's nice to know that there's a company that's made the investment in our city that hasn't charged us as a city. We haven't had to invest in infrastructure and that. I mean, they told Sophie that we could have fiber in a few weeks.
Next week, he said, yeah.
And so their plan is to build out the entire city.
Yep.
Also, a lot of the flooding can be done because of storm sewers and the grates not being cleaned out. So we're going around the city and cleaning those grates out. Keep in mind, there's 3 stormwater employees and 1,200 grates. So we do have a contract with somebody that goes around and sweeps. We like to have the snow melted before we go around and sweep the city, but we do have our sweeper that periodically goes around and hits the trouble spots.
I was going to say, we might want to fire up the sweeper because looking at it, as I've been walking, there's a lot of trash in the gutters. That's the first place it's going, is the storm drain when it gets a big rainstorm.
Yeah. So we're doing as much as we can with that. Also, there was a bench that was damaged. It looked to
to be an old Utah Transit Authority bench up on 5600 South, 1900 West. I had contacted yesterday UTA, and they gave us permission to take that away. So that has been removed. Just want to let you know in case you get any comments about that. And unfortunately, the Roy City sign out by Sacco's was completely destroyed on Friday morning. We will be seeking restitution through the court system for that, and we are looking to replace that. So we'll be working on that.
Okay, Matt, anything else? Okay, council, you have any comments you'd like to make?
I was going to see if Matt would give an update on the aquatic center. I know we ended up getting the grant for almost $650,000, but just want to give a quick update on where we're at with that.
You mean the complex, not the aquatic
That's what I
center.
meant.
Yeah, so the complex, the last discussion that we had, we're moving forward with making a lot of the repairs. Right now, it's closing down on April 1st. Shortly thereafter, they're taking the pool deck out. So we need to do a budget adjustment and figure out the funds on that. Hopefully, we can get something together by next council meeting.
Did your bid come back for the not the decking, for the plastering?
We're still waiting on it.
Okay.
So you haven't scheduled to have that done yet then? Oh.
Yeah, because the deck. Yeah, because the decking is just concrete work, and then the plaster is more of the tile, correct? Is it? Okay.
That's more the cement.
Right, right.
I just thought that the plastering, you always said they were like 2 to 3 months out scheduled, so I just didn't know if we had said, hey, in 2 or 3 months, we'll be ready for you, or.
We decided to go out for RFP to get more bids on
Oh,
that, so
okay.
it's more competitive and timeliness.
Awesome. I always thought you said there was only one company, so that's good to know that we can get some bids.
It is correct. There's one company on state bid.
Oh, okay.
Contract, yeah.
May not be the best company.
Yeah.
Okay. Other comments?
How are we thinking we're going to line up with the repairs? Are we going to be close, a little bit short? Do we know?
According to the grant, we will be a little bit short. We'll need to
Okay.
make up some shortfalls.
We still are working on some companies. I've got a couple of people that are going to give us some money, and I'm working on another person. Hopefully he'll give us big bucks. So I'm going to send him out an email, and he's a graduate of Roy High and works for the federal government, and I've talked to you about him before also. But also I have reached out. I told you how I'd reached out about the pickleballs, and we can get that cement. So I reached out to the fence people today. And the one guy who's lived in Roy for over 30-something years, graduate of Roy High, he's willing to help do whatever he can. And I'm waiting to get a call back from the other guy that lives in Roy. And they used to be partners. And he said that he will even reach out to his fencing distributor to see if he would donate. I told him at the time that we didn't know if we were going to do 4 pickleball courts or 8. And I couldn't remember when we had to use that grant money by. And he wanted to know as soon as we had plans that he could look at it. And then, so.
We can definitely get plans over to them. The grant money, we can file extensions on that.
Okay.
Although we don't want to, we want to get going on that.
Do we have a layout of where those are going to be? There's people that are sending emails to the council asking where the layout's going to be. They're worried about the noise. I can say firsthandedly, walking around Emma Russell Way, they're playing all courts full. I've never heard anybody. I don't even hear the ball bouncing.
It's
So
right next to the tennis courts that are already there, right behind there in the field right there.
okay.
Kind of by those bathrooms.
I mean, you haven't necessarily heard of any noise complaints or anything.
I have never, I don't want to, get people.
You don't want to never
but
say,
yes.
never say never, but
Personally received a complaint about Emma Russell.
yeah.
People are usually pretty respectful down there.
Agreed. Okay, anything else?
So also I reached out to Larry H. Miller to try to find out, since we lost our big guy over there who moved.
Talking about Troy.
They still haven't hired anybody yet for that position. They said they had somebody and then it didn't work out. So I have a connection over there, and he's going to text me as soon as I get the big boss, and then we'll go over there and introduce myself to him and see you know, if we can still get the same support that we got when Troy was there. So,
I was going to say, they've been a big support during the Roy days and that.
yeah.
so.
Yeah,
So,
okay. Anything else, council?
I was just gonna do a reminder about spring sports that are happening right now. There's so many. There's like soccer, lacrosse, tennis, and so student government is trying to go and support all of the sports, but we can't be everywhere at once. So if any of our citizens are ever bored on like 3, 4, 5, or 7, I think those are all the times that they play. There's always a game going on, like on a Tuesday or a Thursday. So if you ever want to go to those, then
Softball and baseball, too.
yeah, softball, baseball. See, I'm forgetting.
except for they've all pretty much all been canceled so far this year because of snow.
Right.
So
But we're
before you head over
hoping-
anyway, call Roy High.
Yeah.
Because we get
yeah.
a text every day, canceled, canceled,
Right.
canceled. So one
Right.
day we will play spring sports.
Yeah.
When it quits snowing
Keep
and
a
raining.
lookout.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all.
Okay.
So
Perfect. Council, I just have a couple things. Miss Jeannie Hall indicated about Boys and Girls Club extravaganza this Saturday. If you're planning for that, please be there. And make sure you respond to Brittany. She sent out a text to all of us just to make sure that she's that's got the tables filled. And second, had a couple of council members join us on Saturday. The Arts Council had their poetry contest. Incredible talent within Roy City. These young people, junior high, which was interesting. Nobody from the high school, so we need to work on that. But
I know it was a busy night. It was a busy night.
well, but they did a wonderful job. Definitely have a lot of talent, and the Arts Council, in support of the Roy City Council's support, awarded them some awards for their efforts. We had 13 that applied, and so 4 of those actually got recognition that day. So it was a great day. That's all I have then. Do I have a motion, Joe, for to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn and head to our planning meeting.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Randy. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
I
Any opposed? None? Okay, we're going to adjourn